Season 6 is coming and it's gonna be massive. There are 7 big things that you need to know about Season 6 before it comes around, including the date, new hero, PvE, and buffs and nerfs, plus more. There's a lot we gotta talk about, so we're gonna break it all down. Now, Blizzard is pulling out all the stops for Season 6, and we're optimistic that it's gonna be a banger. But the start date is August 10th, which leaves about 2 weeks left in the current season, so whether you're trying to grind to your all-time peak, or you're taking a 2-week detox from Overwatch, regardless of what you're doing, that's the date that you should be ready to play. Now, there's a lot of things that is coming in Season 6, but one of the big ones is the brand new Light Hero. Notrum on Twitter actually did a makeup of what this character looks like they're a part of, and we get to see that it looks like it's Peruvian in design, based on the backline, based on the overall art of the character. And this is a character that utilizes light in their kit, so it looks like some sort of sun deity, sun healing, and it kind of all fits together. Now, I'm super excited to get some supports in the roster, because really we need them. We need supports more than other roles right now because it just has the least amount. That being said, off the back of Lifeweaver, which I don't really think affected anything, and I'm gonna be honest here, I don't really like Lifeweaver's kit that much. I really hope that this character targets the game in a unique way. It's still strong, but yeah, I guess not overpowered, right? Now, I will say the only thing I don't want to see introduced is like an actual flash, like a flashbang, you know, and we don't need any blinding line of sight denying things. But yeah, you tell me down below, what abilities do you want to see or do you think will be on the new light character? Let me know down below. The next up, we're going to talk about PvE. Yes, it's real. Yes, it's coming. It's PvE Invasion. And while it isn't exactly what we imagined it was going to be, it is still coming and it's still real. And there are players that have actually already played it. They went to the headquarters and they got to test it a little bit early. So CarQ on Twitter actually said this about PvE. Pros: voice line dialogue great, the environment art, lighting, and immersion are beautiful. You could blow up different parts of Omnix. Progression, lore, and story: there is a decently fleshed out cinematic before and after. And then the cons is enemy AI felt linear, easy to clear, played on expert difficulty, don't know about legendary, no time to explore the map, lots of sit in one spot and pew pew. Overall, he gave it a 6.5, saying it has untapped potential, but it didn't deliver all of that potential here. Now, this is honestly kind of what I was worried about with the PvE missions, that they would feel a lot more formulaic than something that is like a big explorative world, like not Borderlands, it's like Halo Firefight, right? And I do think that if you are a fan of a lot of the arcade wave games that have come in Overwatch 1, right? Fighting bots, killing bots, trying to rack up points, stuff like that, this will be like a supercharged version of that. Way better cinematics, all this cool dialogue, environments, blah 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 blah. But if you're someone that is not interested in that stuff at all, this will not be what sways you. That's what it seems like. So it's gonna be nice for the people that like PvE type stuff already, but it's not gonna be good enough to sway PvP players or just people that are kind of on the fence. Now, thankfully, that's not all that's coming, because the new mode Flashpoint is coming, which is a brand new game mode on 2 new maps that are massive. And teams are going to be having skirmishes and battles for objectives that if a team captures a certain amount of them, they win. And this looks similar to Control Point, but there's also going to be an aspect of openness where fights could go in a million different directions. There's a lot of exploration and little tiny skirmishes flankers could get on. And once again, CarQ, who got to try the game early, said this on Twitter, quote, "Map is massive, pacing is quick, they'll probably average at 10 minutes a game or less. Point ticks way faster than Control, feels snowbally. If you win one fight, you're almost at 80% cap. Some high ground feels really oppressive." In addition to that, he said it needs more tuning on point tick rate, needs more time between flashpoints. Still too early because it's a small sample size, but he says it's more fun than both push and 2CP. Pretty low bar, but that's what he says. And honestly, I do think that this mode is probably going to need a lot of tweaks. Like, that's normal. And when CarQ play tested it, they probably have done more tweaks to it afterwards. And keep in mind that, you know, a lot of game modes that we play on now, the map modes that we play on now, they had a lot of problems at launch, and they just needed a while for players to get enough repetitions to learn and break these modes so that Blizzard could fix them. So yeah, I think it's just going to be cool to have something new and some new maps to explore. I'm really excited to play it. And speaking of maps, I mean, look at this map in Survasa. This map looks incredible. I'm just really excited to kind of walk around and take a look at it. Now, in addition to all that, we have Hero Mastery and Fire Range upgrades. Remember, Hero Mastery is going to be a course that you could run through that is going to challenge your skill on a hero. Think of it like a obstacle course slash aim course slash ability training for your hero that you're going to be timed and you're going to get a mastery level or whatever the case may be. They did say that they're not going to release this on every hero. It's probably going to be available for like 4 to 8 heroes at start, and then they're eventually going to kind of fill out the roster. And then they're also going to have a firing range upgrade with destructible targets and different things that is going to improve the quality of life for firing ranges as a whole. And I know that these kind of seem like small changes, but it's always good when a game gets more life built into like the base bone of the game. You know, more features that make the game feel fully fledged. I want you to imagine like a game that is super bare bones and then a game that has all these little features like Hero Mastery, Firing Range, Workshop, replay system, all these little things. They all add up, and then when someone new hops into the game for the first time, they get a much more rounded experience, right? So it's honestly a good thing, and I am excited to see exactly how difficult the Hero Mastery is, because if it's difficult enough and they incorporate a leaderboard, then I can see something kind of fun kind of being built off of it in the sub community, but we'll see. Now, next up, we do have confirmation that there is a player progression system coming where you're going to be able to progress your hero. One of the big complaints going into Overwatch 2 is they didn't feel like there was any natural progression from one game to the next. And I honestly do feel like some of the addiction that players had going from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 that was lost is the fact that now you don't get levels up, now you don't get a physical change in your character's profile, and you don't get loot boxes, right? That combination of things kind of created, I don't even know, fucking dopamine in your brain that just made you want to queue again and again and again. And now you just see that damn fucking rank. I know I'm cursing a lot, but I'm just tilted. I'm just kidding. But really, yeah, it's like a huge change now. I think that the player progression system really is something that should have never left. It should have never left Overwatch. And I know this is like, once again, Blizzard bringing back features that they actually stripped away going into Overwatch 2, but at least it's back, right? At least it's going to come back, and maybe it will be better than ever. We'll see. Now, we do know that balance changes are coming, and there's going to be probably quite a few balance changes coming in Season 6, but the only ones that we pretty much know are on the forward end of Blizzard's mind is Sombra, which is a character that they are going to tweak. I don't know how substantial, whether it's going to be a full rework or whether it's going to be slight tweaks, but Sombra is definitely going to get substantial balance changes. Hog, the rework has been cooking for a long time, and they said Season 6, the rework is gonna launch. So yeah, unless Blizzard just completely whiffs the release mark, which, you know, it's Blizzard. But if they hit it, yeah, we'll see a Hog rework, which I'm excited because it's like getting a new hero, because that hero basically doesn't exist right now. And we're also most likely going to get substantial buffs to Lifeweaver as well. So yeah, those are the 3 that we can guarantee to expect. But I could imagine a lot of different tweaks to many different heroes. There's a lot of characters that I think could get slight buffs, slight nerfs, different tweaks here and there. But let me know down below, what hero do you want to see buffed? What hero do you want to see nerfed? And what hero do you want to see deleted? I want to hear all of your responses in the comments down below. But subscribe, because I'm going to keep you up to date on all the big changes, buffs, nerfs, and everything you need about Season 6. And I'll see y'all next time.